exception to the rule. We always are looking for volunteers. Anyone who can help us on out. David over here came on over. Oh, and by the way, this is recorded, so we're recording all this stuff, so don't say anything you don't want to see on the next season of Silicon Valley. Okay? So, fair warning. So, Dave, you actually joined us up last year in being a recorded session. Maybe actually we can have people who can attend, they can see it. I actually do photography, and I go last month's session, so I've forgotten about that. Anyone who can volunteer to help out, we'd love to have you join us. No pay, the best kind. I see some new faces. How did you hear about tonight's session? Meetup? Any new faces? Yeah, you. Sorry?
I've been here before, it's been a while.
It's been a while. How did you hear about tonight's session?
Meetup.
Meetup, okay. You were meetup over here? Meetup, okay. Anyone Kimberly Leafling? That's always a standpoint. Yeah, okay. So that's great. We would like to know how people are finding our session. We start off the evening with some announcements. First of all, we thank sponsors. We have several sponsors. One who gives us this room, which is Varian. Where are you at? You're on the top right? There you go. John Van Houten is not here tonight. He's helped us arrange. It's been wonderful. And then we're our substitute right here. Thank you very much for Varian for this. We also have a food and drink sponsor tonight, and it's Git Prime.
That's us.
There she is, right there. Okay. When you sponsor, you sponsor, you get 2 minutes of fame in front of a vastly interested crowd to come up and talk about your company and like that. And so, hey, you just mention your name?
Li Hong.
Li Hong, very good. Li Hong, she's here from Git Prime. Thank you.
All right. So everyone, my name is Li Hong Hicken. I'm from Git Prime. A lot of people ask me, what does Git Prime do? To help you understand what we at Git Prime do, I want to share a story from one of our customers, like Facebook, Google, Dell, Disney. But by the way, we also support small businesses. So this customer, his name is Hunter, and he's a VP of the engineering, software engineering company. If you are a software engineering leader, you will know that a lot of work in software engineering is invisible, right? So he finds it very hard to demonstrate to the other department who's not technical savvy about how hard engineering team is working. So other department will go into the executive meetings armed with reports to show their progress, and they can advocate for more additional resources. But my customer, as a VP of engineering, is left with, kind of storytelling. And oftentimes he told me that he oftentimes asked questions like, well, how do we know if this person is working? Well, can you do 10% more? Well, we just moved to Agile, and we just changed our sprint cycle from 3 weeks to 2 weeks. How do we know these changes are better? Like, what data do we have to support that? So simple questions like this can be very tricky to answer without data. So rolling out Git Prime, Hunter has received some big changes. So he has obviously he was able to use Git Prime's report to advocate for the engineering team. So for example, using this kind of report, it was showing the engineering team compared to the industry average is actually really strong. So that created trust. Secondly, the Hunter was able to advocate for Wednesday working from home, because the report shows that it's more productive working from home. And they were able to advocate for 20% time working on things outside the roadmap. Besides this, they actually increased a huge productivity increase. So their marketing went to them and say, up to till 6 months ago, I feel like you're shipping 4 times more than you have before, and we couldn't keep up. Hunter said, you know what? Expect for more. So this kind of productivity increase he achieved didn't by working hard, didn't by working like overnight, working on weekends, working more hours. It's by working smart, by improve and optimize the team. So at Git Prime, I hear so many successful stories from our customer about using the data to change their leadership, to transform their team. So I believe I know everyone here is interested in Agile, but combining Agile with data is the future of our industry. So if you are interested in becoming a better leader, a more data-driven leader in this industry, I have some information and white paper in the desk. Feel free to grab a copy, and I'm happy to chat as well. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. Always appreciate our sponsors. Agile, actually, I find these topics rather interesting because I have seen, at least where I am for 23 years, so many different, we're Agile, and you start talking, I'm like, are you really sure you're doing it? You know, your stand-ups are like an hour, like nothing, it's not like fun. You know, or you're only doing really bits and pieces. And the one thing, I mean, since I'm not on an Agile team, one thing we're heard though, is you have to do Agile completely or you're not doing it. So it's kind of fascinating. So a little introduction here. Our speaker tonight comes to us from hot, faraway places like Saigon, Rio de Janeiro, and Paris. After attending MIT, Boston University, and Harvard Business School, you're still here with us. He worked in many distant city commanding in the Bay Area, where he has managed software programs and projects at Sun, Symantec, PG&E, and much smaller outfits. A longtime member of PMISV, Silicon Valley. Is that right? Yes, so yeah. He is PMP certified and is also certified in Scrum and Scaled Agile as he is increasingly dedicating himself to Agile coaching. Today we'll share with you how software and Agile development is increasingly important. Let's welcome Paul.
Thank you, Paul. Okay, so I'm going to try to just project, and if that doesn't work, let me know when I get back to the mic. Is that okay? All right, so let's get to it. What I want to share with you today is I'm getting things from data, not an opinion, but it's really true to Agile and true to what you do. And thank you again for our host, and thank you for the sponsor. I will share with you data that shows how important it is to be very good in software, and how important it is in software to be Agile, actually. All these things are extremely important to businesses and their survival. It's not a technical matter, it is a matter for everyone in any company to make sure that your teams are very, very performant in software development. Okay. How come? All right, so the reason is this. So disruption fueled by software is the new normal now. And I'm going to step through a number of things to show you that that is the case. Okay. So first of all, if you look at the kind of companies that have risen up extremely rapidly and changed the landscape of a lot of industries these days, have come from software, and they are using software to disrupt everybody else. You have seen here, of course, you have heard about Uber, how the whole entire taxi, transportation taxi business has been disrupted. And other than that, even parking has been disrupted as well, just out of the blue. And all these other companies in many, many other sectors are also disrupting their own sector, their own businesses. And not just here. We are sitting here in Silicon Valley. We think we are the center of the world, and we are not. Okay? You will see, it will come out of the data. Many other places, China is being disrupted. Every place on earth is being disrupted. Okay? And disrupted, again, by companies that are using software to change things. I don't think their mission in life is not to disrupt anybody. Their mission in life is to do something good for the consumers or the clients in a new way that is much, much more beneficial to them. Right? Now, with that, there was a survey of, I don't know if I have the numbers here, of several thousand executives about whether they felt that their business is under pressure and they need to transform their business. That is, a transformation is a heart-wrenching thing. Nobody in their right mind would want to do a transformation within their company. When they do that, there's a lot of resistance, there's a lot of change, there's a lot of messy things along the way. So people do that only if they feel like they really need to do it. And how many feel they need to do it? I think this thing here, according to this thing, I think it's about 80% of executives are saying that they need to change their model. Okay. That's quite a lot. So they feel the pain. So for that matter, if you are working somewhere, and these days you know that, you feel like every other day, every other week, people are changing their mind, executives are changing their mind, that is because things are changed on them, and that's what they are pushing now. Okay? Now, this is a view from the top, not just the startups themselves, but view from the top. What are the biggest companies on earth? This is the top 12 S&P companies, right? Moving from right to left, in the year 2000, you see the kind of companies that you normally would expect to be on the top 12 S&P. But when you start moving to 2015, you see that things have changed a little bit. And when you move to 2018, just 3 years now, it's accelerating, it's completely consolidating, okay? This has, of course, it's a platitude to be saying, this has never been seen before. Well, it is here. And you can see that the dominants on top are all software companies, okay? Or they use software in a very large, on a very large scale, and you can see the scale of it. So I just wanted to, I put this in so you can follow the change. So General Electric, okay, was on top in 2000, so they moved down to number 8 and then disappeared from top 12, right there. Although General Electric themselves have been saying that they want to do a transformation to be digital completely. And Jeff Immelt is out now, right? So they try really, and have not succeeded yet. And I'm not saying that's final, but they have not succeeded yet. If you look at ExxonMobil is just dropping down on the ranking. And if you look at their valuation, it hasn't risen up. And that's the thing, that's the other thing too. The pressure on Wall Street is that the company needs to grow in valuation. Otherwise, you'll be punished, the CEO will be punished, and a lot of times extremely harshly. You think you are punished harshly, the CEOs are being punished very harshly as well. Okay. Now, compared to, let's say, Walmart. Now, Walmart is still fighting very hard. Okay, Walmart is being attacked very, very hard by Amazon, especially. And Walmart, because they are still controlled by the family, and the family still has a lot of power, instead of just following Wall Street blindly. They say, well, the hell with it, we are going to invest and fight back, and the stock takes a beating from Wall Street, but in any case, they are fighting back. And eventually, maybe they may turn around and be a force to reckon with. But in any case, so Walmart, they have a Walmart lab here for a very good reason. They want to fight back. Other than that, if you look at, stalwart software company, Microsoft, they keep rising. Facebook is rising, so that for you here, it's no surprise, but imagine you're from the Midwest or something. That is a total. Amazon, the rise of Amazon, for a long time misunderstood by Wall Street and punished by Wall Street. Not anymore. They show the results. Now, I put the arrows here. The arrows show that this is not just happening in the US. So the disruptions at the very top is not just here. It used to be here alone, okay? We dwarf everybody else. Well, not anymore. And I think we will see a lot more of that. Not in this presentation, but I would anticipate that in our lifetime we will see a lot of disruptions coming up. Okay. Who here has heard of FANG? Oh, yeah. Okay, so you are not traders, okay. I tell you what FANG means. Basically, if you trade on the stocks that trade a lot, right? And FANGs are the stocks that are traded a lot because they are very, very big. Okay? And the reason why they do is these stocks are huge. They are a big, big part of the market. So who are they? Okay, and just so you can have an idea, skip this.
FANG sounds like an acronym. What does it stand for?
Yes, you will see it. Thanks for the question. So, FANG is the orange line. See how much they are growing compared to the rest of the market, right? S&P 500. And look at the end. More recently, they are shooting up even more than before, right? So who are they? So this is who FANGs are. Okay. They are completely crushing it. Okay. So from 2014 to 2018, 4 years, their performances, they increased, Facebook 40%, Amazon 262%. On average, they basically, in aggregate, 227%. That's how extremely fast they grow. And as you saw earlier, these are not small little companies. They are actually at the top of the S&P. They are the largest capitalized companies and growing very, very fast. That's what it means. Okay. And we are going to look at the implication of that. Since you are more on the technology side and on the business side, realize this. Basically, what happens with these companies, for them to be there,